Silence did not break. It shattered. Imagine a realm of pure light where the concept of war didn't even exist until the brightest star decided to burn it all down. You've been told the story of the fall, but you haven't heard the tactical reality of the first battlefield in existence. A battlefield where wings blocked out the celestial sun and brothers became eternal enemies. Before the first human breath was ever drawn, a choice was made, and that choice led to the most violent collision in cosmic history: Michael versus Lucifer.
The heavens were divided, and the outcome of this war still echoes in your life today. If you're ready to go beyond the Sunday school version and witness the true power of God's general, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We are diving into the forbidden archives of the Great Celestial War.
Before he was the devil, he was Hellel, the morning star. Lucifer wasn't just an angel, he was the pinnacle of creation. Imagine a being so beautiful, so rhythmic, that his very presence was music to the ears of the Creator. He walked among the fiery stones of Eden. But beauty has a dark twin: pride. The Bible tells us in Isaiah 14, "I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God." This wasn't a sudden outburst. It was a slow burning infection. Lucifer began to whisper. He didn't use a sword. He used doubt. He looked at his fellow angels and asked, "Why do we serve when we could rule?" 1/3. That's the number. 1 out of every 3 angels you've ever imagined, the protectors, the messengers, the warriors, turned their backs on the light. The hierarchy was broken. Heaven was no longer a sanctuary, it was a powder keg. While Lucifer was recruiting through vanity, another stood in the shadows: Michael. His name in Hebrew isn't just a label, it's a battle cry. Mikael, who is like God. Michael wasn't the most beautiful. He wasn't the morning star. He was the Archangel, the chief prince. In the celestial hierarchy, Michael represents the ultimate soldier, absolute loyalty. When the whispers of rebellion reached the inner circles, Michael didn't debate. He didn't try to understand Lucifer's feelings. He drew the sword of truth. The atmosphere of heaven changed. The light turned from gold to a piercing, blinding white. The music stopped. For the first time, the angels felt something they couldn't name: fear. Revelation 12, verse 7 states, "And war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought with the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought." This wasn't a metaphor. This was an energetic, supernatural clash that would rip through dimensions. Michael led the loyalist forces, a phalanx of blinding light and celestial steel. Opposite them stood the dragon, Lucifer, now transformed by his own malice, leading a legion of twisted, darkened spirits. Imagine the sound of 2 stars colliding. That was the sound of Michael's blade hitting Lucifer's shield. The battle didn't last for hours or days in the way we understand time. It was an eternal moment of violence. Michael fought not for his own glory, but for the sanctity of the throne. He was the barrier between chaos and order. But here is the terrifying detail many miss. Lucifer didn't lose because he was weak. He was one of the most powerful beings ever created. He lost because of a specific divine protocol that Michael activated, a secret of spiritual warfare that is still used by exorcists today.
But they did not prevail, nor was a place found for them in heaven any longer. Michael drove the point of his blade into the heart of the rebellion. With a strength that eclipsed the morning star, he cast Lucifer out. Imagine the sight, a streak of falling fire, millions of them, plummeting like dying stars from the heights of the Empyrean down into the darkness of the lower realms. The great dragon was cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Heaven was silent again, but it was a different silence. It was the silence after a funeral. The family was broken.
The war in heaven ended, but the war for earth began. Michael is often depicted with his foot on the neck of the dragon. Why? Because the dragon is still here. Michael remains the guardian of the people, the one who stands watch over the souls of the dying and the fate of nations. In Daniel 12, it says Michael will stand up during a time of trouble like no other. He is the eternal sentry, waiting for the final command to finish what he started in the beginning.
Michael was the first to say no to the darkness. But he wasn't the only archangel with a terrifying mission. Next time, we look at Gabriel, the one whose voice can shatter cities and whose messages change the course of human DNA. Which archangel do you want to see next? Gabriel, the messenger of doom, or Raphael, the shadow healer? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, the war isn't just in the stars, it's in the choices you make every day.